Hey, fancy seeing you here. Before we begin today, I just want to let you know you could find this main topic in our full bi-weekly podcast. We tell you great things like what we're currently into and what's next on the playlist. So go ahead, click the link in the description below. Even if you don't want to, it's like whatever. I'm not going to be able to make you do it. So if you're a nice person and you like me, or if you're a bad person and you hate me, maybe you just want to see me fail, so click that link. You know what I'm saying? GBW out. Okay, people, are you ready? Let's go to the main topic of the show. So, we've been playing Sea of Thieves, Xbox One exclusive. What do you think of it so far, man?
Ahoy!
Ahoy. Is that what you think of it? Mm-hmm. That's it?
That's all.
One
that's
pirate
all
word?
Ahoy.
Ahoy? What about booty?
I mean, that's all you get. No, there's not.
You get a lot of booty.
No, you get one word. Ahoy.
Chips
you
ahoy?
do that a lot. Over and over again.
Ahoy! Okay.
That's how the game feels.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
So far, what we know is that this is the best new IP of the generation for Xbox One, too. Best selling. So, what do you think?
I wonder how much that's because of Game Pass.
Game Pass,
Yeah.
all of the things.
Yeah, like so many people are just like, here, let me try it out. Let me play this game, because it's on a great service.
Yeah.
Game Pass.
Yeah, it'll be
$10 a month.
It'll be interesting.
Play the entire
I don't
game.
know if they worded it like just best IP or if they actually said best-selling new IP, because I feel like they meant to say like, hey, this is our best-selling one, but I don't think they worded it that way. I'd have to relook at it, but nevertheless, it's like
you always got to be careful with those PR.
Yeah, well, especially with Xbox, they never release their numbers. They're very like to the chest all the time. They don't feel like they ever need to tell us how they're doing.
It's probably just because they're not doing that great.
Well, I mean, they're doing fine.
They're doing all right.
Just they're literally half the install base of what PS4 is.
They're not. So. I don't even think they're trying to catch up anymore.
Absolutely not.
There's just no way.
But nevertheless, let's get into Sea of Thieves because we actually really enjoyed the game.
It's great.
It's great. So there's a lot of things I want to start out with. First of all, not in a bad way, this game reminds me of the launch of Destiny. Okay, I think it has a really great ambition behind it. Okay, now what makes this game better than Destiny?
Story.
No, no story. Absolutely, very just like vague lore around you, which was totally what Destiny was. But one thing that's just better than Destiny is just the core gameplay mechanics. Going around, being in your ship, having to raise your anchor, do the sails, look at the wind, check your map, use your compass, all of those things. I think it's so unique.
I think it's definitely a unique gameplay. Yes, you got that right, but I would say that the core gameplay to Destiny was still good. They're both, when it comes to gameplay, they're solid. And I think that's why they're going to be great games. With Destiny, it was one of those games where
maybe Destiny will be a great game one day.
Again. When Destiny first came out, not too big. By the end of Destiny 1's life cycle, it had gained its followers. It had became a great game. So you're right. In that way, I think it's extremely similar to Destiny because right now it's coming out. People are having fun with it, but at the same time, not a lot to do. You mainly have the 3 quests you do over and again, and you're trying to get to legendary pirate status, which apparently that's when the game changes a little bit.
Once you start to get all your ranks, the game starts changes. You start getting things like whaling chests, that they're crying and stuff, and there's a whole bunch of stuff. There's bigger missions. There's Kraken. You're talking to the mysterious stranger.
So that
there's
is like
more things.
Endgame and stuff. But it takes a while to get there, and doing the same thing over and over again definitely is very grinding, and there's just not a lot of it to do. I mean, you're basically doing just 3 missions over
until
and
you
over
reach rank 5 in all of your things, and you're able to progress more into the game and start working on your legendary status. One thing though is that you have like a loot system to where you're getting gold all the time. Now, I was talking with another player that's been playing Sea of Thieves, and we both kind of commonly agree that we would also like to get eye patches or skins, things like that out of chests too. That would be very cool because after a while, when you're just getting a skull, when you're just getting a chest, like that's all you're getting. And it would be awesome to open it up and find a new jacket, to find a golden compass, to things like that.
It would also be nice if those cosmetic items were more accessible, because right now I'm sitting at less than 1,000 gold, and if I want to get a jacket, if I want to customize my ship, if I want to do anything, we're talking about like $20,000 to like $70,000 worth of gold to even get that.
Even to where I am, though, the more you rank up, the more gold you get per chest, the more gold you get per skull. So that quickly becomes available.
But do you have like 70,000 coin right?
No, but I've definitely accumulated 10,000 so far, but I've just spent it on different things. So, I mean, you do, especially when you start to notice which ones pay out too, like bosses, I feel like really pay out, and then you have the raids under the skull cloud, and those pay out a lot too. You're getting like maybe 5 chests from a raid sometimes too. So I mean, and that's the thing, is that just like Destiny, if you don't have a crew to play this game, you are going to progress slowly. You are not going to see a lot of the big in-game stuff, just like Destiny. I mean, what they said, a startling number of players that played Destiny 1 never raided.
Oh, about half.
Yeah,
about
exactly.
Half
and this is exactly that game if you don't have somebody to be along with you. And especially if you don't want to cooperate or talk to a stranger, I feel like you almost can't play this game.
It turns the game into like hard, like it's much harder.
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
like hard mode or something if you're by yourself. Because not only do you have to do everything with your ship, but when you do run across galleons and stuff, which I don't think probably is as often, like I feel like hopefully if you're by yourself, you won't be, just running into 4 people crews all the time. But nonetheless, it's going to be much harder for you to get away from them or to even fight them. But so I think it does just make the game harder.
Yeah, I mean, just captaining your ship alone is enough.
It's tough.
It's enough work to do everything. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it does get into that murky water. This is not a single player game by any means, I believe. I would say that if you plan on playing this and not with people, this is probably not going to be your game.
There's especially since there's just not enough to do right now. Like, what's interesting about the game is it becomes like Destiny and stuff, where if you're playing with friends, I can grind at it over and over. I mean, we're just talk about how our day went and everything while we're just kind of playing this game, not really paying attention to what we're doing, just going off, grabbing stuff. That's cool. But if you're by yourself, you normally want more of a story-driven game.
Yeah,
which is why I'm loving Far Cry right now by myself, because there's so much story, so many characters. Like, I want to play all that by myself. But if I was playing that with people, I feel like it would take away from it, because I wouldn't read everything. I'd be just running around with my friend doing stuff. So it works in that respect, but by yourself, I don't see anybody playing the game more than 5 hours.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, unless you really love pirates or something.
Yeah, which like I say, it is fun enough to where there is going to be those people out there that they are going to tap into this game for like 15 hours, I think. But
maybe those people that only own Xboxes and they're really waiting for those good exclusives. And
exactly. And like I said,
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, you can't
play Persona 5.
God of War.
Can't play God of War.
We won't get into it. Calm down, Steven. You're being disrespectful.
I like the Xbox. I really do. I want it to succeed.
We're getting into it more. That's definitely a thing. I care about it. I see an Xbox headline and I fucking
I'm interested
almost click on it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen to
almost
to Xbox podcasts every once in a while.
I don't do that.
I do.
Nevertheless, I care a little bit more now, which is big, which means that Xbox is definitely going in the right step.
For me, it was the X.
Absolutely.
I respect that console. I think it is definitely my favorite console right now. I like my Pro, but I like my Xbox. It's just I don't have a lot of friends on Xbox.
Okay, so now getting into that, you're playing this on an X. I'm playing it on a PC. We're both using Game Pass. We did not pay $60 for it. Let's get into the price real quick. To me, this is not a $60 purchase.
No.
I mean, it's hard to say that. Like, I feel bad saying it. But it's not
right now.
Yeah,
not right now.
Yeah, what this game can become is going to be fantastic.
I think the developer deserves your $60 though. Like it's a good game. They worked hard on it. If they say I feel like this is $60, I think it's good enough to where it's like, all right, I respect the price point you're trying to put it at. Here's my full
$60.
You better give me some shit in the future.
See, and I absolutely understand that. I think they should have made that a a perk or have some type of incentive to buy it rather than play it on Game Pass, because there's nothing in my mind that tells me to buy this instead of play it on Game Pass.
I was talking to a friend that I work with, and he was like, yeah, I'm going to play it. And I'm like, cool, yeah, I used Game Pass, got it for $10 basically. And he definitely gave me that look like, I just purchased it this morning, and I really wish I knew that.
Yeah,
like,
and that's also a poor messaging thing too. To be honest, like
they've been kind of screaming it everywhere.
They absolutely do, and it's like right on your title. You know, it's right there. Nevertheless, there are people that I think have an Xbox that don't get on their Xbox that are interested in Sea of Thieves and that don't aren't connecting all this because they're just like not in that space. Because there are people that I'm talking to and they're just like, I tell them that and they're like, oh, that's fantastic, cool. I'm gonna definitely do it then.
They're not as part of like the communities, and because like they're screaming at that everywhere, you know, from the Facebook groups I'm in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But maybe for your general consumer, the people that, you know, just know what they're going to play from commercials and stuff. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. So now I want to get into the look of the game. Okay, I'm playing this game through the graphic settings just randomly all the time because I think the game looks so... I'm not playing the rare setting because that's right in the middle. It goes common, rare, legendary. I keep switching it from common to legendary because it looks good both ways.
Does it?
It's so cool because I was playing it just on common to make sure like I have the best connection and everything. I'm running it on the laptop. I can run it on legendary, it's fine. But you know, sometimes, you know, your frame rate dips and things like that. So I'd rather just have like a super smooth gameplay. And the water, when you're going through, it still looks so beautiful. The sky looks so beautiful. But when you actually go to Legendary, the way you're looking at it on the Xbox One X, I assume, hopefully.
I'm thinking, if not Legendary, I'm assuming maybe somewhere in between.
Between rare and Legendary. Yeah, but the water texture is so insanely different.
Yeah.
Almost to the fact to where I may like common water better because it's so. I feel like the water's almost over textured in Legendary, but it still looks so good.
I think that kind of works because you said you can see enemies. I don't know if you said this, but I got shot easily one time in the water by someone, and I was trying to get under them, and I was like, I don't see how they could see me because like when I look at water, it's so textured that there's no way I can see someone under water.
And that's the thing is, what I can see right through water on common. Which is, and I didn't know that. That's a big thing.
Yeah, maybe that is.
That is great. I could definitely easily see through water. Yeah. I mean, unless if it's like in a dark storm or something like that. But even then, I can still see pretty decently.
But I just want to make sure, for the record, in 4K HDR, this game is one of the greatest looking games I fucking
There is no
seen.
HUD. I mean, getting into not just the technical aspects or like what this game looks like in different modes and how it runs. This game was made with the beautiful environments and a very clean game. I mean, you're in this.
It looks.
You're
just
so
fantastic.
into it.
I've fallen off the ship so many times just because I'm looking around and I'm just like, oh man, look at that sunset. Oh shit, man overboard. Man overboard.
We'll be running from a galleon.
Yeah, and I'm just like, don't worry.
We're in a sloop.
I'm gonna get.
And this guy will be, and we'll see him we'll see him steering. Okay, and we're like, Steven steering, what up? And then all of a sudden, I go get a compass reading, and then I look back, Steven's gone. And then I hear, and I look, and he's on the very tip of the ship, just like, who's captaining the ship? Oh,
and then we crashed.
And then we we die, and then we lose 2 hours of progress. But nevertheless,
let's get into that part of the game. Then.
Exactly.
So what makes this game so great is, sure, you do have the different missions you can do, but I think between the missions are almost the funnest, just because that's when I've got all of this loot, let's go, let's cash it in. Do you see that ship on the horizon? Oh fuck. And then it becomes PvP, we're running away from another ship, trying to cash in our shit before they sink us and we lose everything.
There's been times to where there is someone so proficient at fighting
us?
Fighting with your ship and naval combat that we have to grab our loot, bucket around an outpost, and jump ship and swim to shore just so we could get our chests in.
Yeah.
Like that is how intense it is, but it makes it so much fun because that exactly happened. We had a couple skulls. It was me and Matt. You got offline. and this ship was coming after us, and we were going around this outpost. We jumped ship, and then he didn't see us jump ship. Fantastic. We're on the shore looking at it with our spyglass, and he rams our ship and gets on it. His other ship starts to go away, and he realizes that he's on a chestless, crewless, broken ship. Gotcha. Like, it was the best. And that's why this game excels, dude, is because it has these great moments. That's why I love Friday the 13th. You know what I mean? These games come out, and they're so ambitious, they become empty in a lot of areas. You know what I mean? Places to where you could be adding content, but it's just not there yet, you know? And even now, Friday the 13th is adding single player mode, and they're still doing it because probably they're the third best selling game on PSN. So, you know, that little studio is rolling in the money right now. Damn, you know, so that's awesome for them, and they're going to be able to update. And I think that's exactly where we're at with Sea of Thieves. Xbox is able to boast Sea of Thieves right now. They're making headlines, really positive stuff that you honestly don't see from Xbox.
Some people are saying it's like the first truly next-gen game. Like,
and it's so cool.
It does feel different. And I mean, this is the kind of game that I'm looking for when I think of next-gen. I'm not thinking of the exact same Call of Duty with the same graphics and, you know, little different things. I'm looking for
brand new concepts.
Experiences, something that I never even tried doing. And that's what this game excels at. Most, like, we talked about it in one of the other videos, like in most other games like this, it would just be missions, and it would look, you know, probably more realistic and this
more like Elder Scrolls Online.
You know, it would actually be mission structured, and you'd have a certain character. And this one, there just
a lot of guidelines, systems, and menus, and this
more
is not
tutorials.
That game.
There is no tutorials in this game. You gotta figure everything out yourself.
What's funny is if you play long enough, I feel like I forget where the pause menu is. I forget like what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like I'm just like, oh shit, yeah, there is a pause menu. There is a settings menu. Like you were never in a menu in this game. You know, and
unless you're buying something.
Unless you're buying something. Which really is more of like an inventory menu. It's not really like a pause or anything like that. And so it's so cool. And they do a good job with making the areas feel like there's going to be a lot there eventually. Because right now, one of the downfalls I feel like is like I get to an island, and if there isn't a chest on it, I could honestly care less about it.
There's
nothing to do.
Yeah.
Like what? Am I going to get a chicken? Like that is a downfall of this game. Is that like it kind of suffers from that Final Fantasy 15 aspect. They had such a big ambition for this game, they forgot to like make the world feel full. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like just the fact that you could land on an island, and every single island has wood planks, cannonballs, and bananas. You know what I mean? Like, you should be able to find stuff, you know, and go into things. And you should be able to not just find a mission in a bottle. How about you just stumble onto a, you know, like, let's say you land on an island. You find a passageway down, and you go down, and it's like this weird cave, and all of a sudden you get into this room with all this gold, and you see like a boss pirate, and like there are a bunch of skeletons going around, and then like all of a sudden like it's this big thing, you found this loot area, you know, but sadly that's not there, you know.
The closest thing we get to that is
the raids
or the maps in a bottle, messages in a bottle.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, even that's just like, oh, go to this other island that's separate from you, and it's just basically a mission you got to pick up without having to go to your base. So
yeah, exactly.
When it comes down to it,
it needs to have more random activities, I think, for this type of game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Destiny has like their random events, you know.
And even that,
Grand Theft Auto has random encounters, you know? And
Grand Theft Auto, they've perfected this.
Yeah,
right
absolutely.
Now. You know, with Red Dead and with GTA 5. They've perfected the random encounters that you're just finding in the open world. Where this game is the polar opposite. That it's definitely not there. But like you were saying, the bare bones is so good that, like we've been saying, I'm okay with waiting for them to do free updates and stuff like that and hold on to this game. Only problem with that is for me to hold on to this game, I'm gonna have to keep paying the monthly subscription, or maybe stop at one point
and that's the thing.
pay it again.
And that's what I'm saying. I can get my pirate to level 20, get him level 15, wherever I feel like I'm comfortable not playing anymore, and then I don't have to pay that subscription. And then you wait for the update, get the update, play it again as soon as you get. I like that model too.
Unless another game comes out by that time, maybe not for you. For
State of Decay too, things like that.
If we're still playing this till May, but for me on Xbox, there's so many other games that I'm kind of trying out. Devil May Cry, I've downloaded, haven't started it yet. Halo Wars 2,
because of Xbox Game Pass.
Haven't started it yet. So it's still nice for Xbox, but as we've said in our unpopular opinion, if you just have a PC, you can't really.
Xbox Game Pass isn't fully supported on.
You can play Halo Wars 2 though, right?
Yeah, I think you can now. So
that'd probably
that's
be fantastic.
Cool. That's cool. Definitely.
Not as good as Mario plus Rabbids right now, though. I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. So closing thoughts on the game is I'm really enjoying the experience. There could be a more fuller experience, though. You know what I mean? Yeah. I like what they have. I recommend to not spend $60 on this game. That is my full-hearted recommendation. Play this game on Game Pass. And check out Game Pass because there's a lot of value there. Probably the best gaming subscription value there is. Like, it's obviously better than just getting gold or PlayStation Plus. It's better than PlayStation Now.
Because it's not all
it's a download.
You actually download
exactly. So there's a lot of value there. There's no reason to not be playing Sea of Thieves if you have an Xbox One right now.
Exactly.
I mean, that's it.
They've been working on this game for so long that at this point they needed to get it out. I would rather it be out right now and we can play some of it than them have taken another 6 months to release it and then have more stuff come out.
Exactly.
Because they've been working on this game for like 3-4 years, like more than that. But that's how long we've known about this game. Like,
exactly.
We've just been waiting on it. Just like when's Sea of Thieves coming out? When's that new Rare game coming out? So it's nice that it's out. I like it. It's fun.
It's goofy.
I want to play it tonight.
Yeah, it leads to great, awesome, random shit. We're cracking up. There was this whole time to where like you get into the game so much that this is what that no HUD does. You get into it so much, you're having fun.
You feel like that character.
And then I get a souls cup to where like it looks like I'm just drinking souls. So I go down, I fill up my tankard. I'm talking to this guy, and I get that slurred speech on because I'm having fun.
Of course.
And I start talking to him all drunk, and then I start saying some outlandish shit, and you point your gun at me.
You were just like, I'm drinking souls, and I'm like,
you're like, what are you talking
about? You're
about?
doing what? And you're like, look at souls, and I just go, the fuck you talking about?
Yeah, and he puts
why you drinking souls?
And all of a sudden, drunk me, I just pull out my gun and I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? And like my character's naturally swaying
back and forth, and
it's
I'm
a
like,
standoff,
what are you doing?
And all I say is, all I had to say, Steven, is, you're Guido. And I pull my trigger and I forgot to reload. And he just started firing your gun. And we start cracking up. It was like one of the best gaming moments I've had in a long time. That's why you need to play this
hilarious, game. Yeah, and that's what the game's about. It's not all about doing the missions and stuff like that. It's playing
about
with your
having
friends,
fun.
having fun with it.
Our better beta video for this game ends with an amazing like little duet of me and you on a ship watching our friend swim into the ship because he fell off. And then you look into the night and it fades into our outro video. And it's so beautiful because that's what this game is you have amazing moments with it.
Yep, that's all you need.
There's no reason for you not to play this.
Yeah.
Especially for $10.
Like, help Xbox out. They need it.
Yeah.
They need a little mic.
And that's the thing is that like, just support the game.
Yeah.
Support the game any way you can because it definitely deserves it.
It deserves it. It's fun. Yeah. And it's going to tie you over until we get our next Xbox
if
game.
you're a person into Destiny, into Monster Hunter, and you like new creative experiences,
it's a games
this
with a
is
service.
Your next game.
It really is. That's what it is. A games with a service. Like they want you to play this game for a long time. Like they just do. That's why it costs.
And there's going to be free updates.
Infinity Gold to buy stuff.
Yeah, for sure. 70,000 for a new hull, but you'll be looking like a pimp.
I heard people saying that they've been playing it for like 40 hours and they still haven't reached like level 50 on everything. Like,
that's rough.
Do you know what level you become a legendary pirate?
Absolutely not.
I think it's 50.
I'm not going to try to put my stamp of knowledge on that.
I don't know. But I think it takes a while.
It takes a while. And on our voyage to us becoming the best legendary pirates, how about we get into our next subject?